Hello, everyone. As we studied in the second Liturgical Practicum, I would like to focus mainly on witnessing and blessing matrimony. First of all, a valid Catholic marriage reserved from four elements. Number one is both partners are free to marry. It is important that they are free to marry. Number two, they must freely exchange their consent. The third one is, in the consent, the intention to marry must be for a lifetime, to be faithful to one another, and to be open to children. The fourth one is the consent they have given in the canonical form. Moreover, in order to be married within the Catholic Church, there are a number of important requirements that must be fulfilled before you get married. Number one of the partners needs to be Catholic. Number two, both partners cannot be closely related, and this includes being cousin. Number three, both spouses may not be currently married. If they were previously married, the previous spouse must either be deceased or there must have been declaration of marriage annulment from the church. Number four, they must understand that the Catholic Church only recognizes marriage between a man and woman, so they must be opposite sex in order to be married in the church. Number five, both partners must be freely consent to the marriage and have already worked out any issue that might cause one partner not to be freely consent. Therefore, the reception of the consent must take place individually during the celebration. Finally, if you have marriage between Catholic and non-Catholic Christians, then you will need to fill out a mixed marriage form. And if you have marriage between Catholic and non-Catholic, then you will need to get dispensation from local ordinaries. Then there are a number of documents that you need to provide, and the church will need to see before granting you permission to marry. This includes baptismal certificates, certification of Holy Communion and confirmation, affidavit of marriage to marry, affidavit of freedom to marry, civil marriage license, marriage preparation course completion certificate. Once you get all these certificates, first of all, you will have to do a prenuptial inquiry about your previous marital status, their consent, and find out if there might be an impediment in the canonical of the Catholic Church. And impediment is a legal obstacle that prevents sacrament from being performed either validly or illicitly or both. At that point, here you must understand a list of derailment impediment to marriage. The age is important to get married because it is ecclesiastical impediment, but it does not apply to a marriage between non-Catholics. That's why if the man is under 16 years of age or the woman is under 14 years of age, their marriage is invalid. However, in a marriage between Catholic and non-Catholic, the age limitation applies to the non-Catholic party as well. Prior bond. Previous marriages were conducted in the Catholic Church or in other church or by the state. All previous attempts at marriage by both parties wishing to marry must be declare null prior to wedding in the Catholic Church without regard to the religion of the party previous marriage. Disparity of cult. A marriage between Catholic and non-baptized person is invalid unless this impediment is dispensed by local ordinary. If one of the partners has made secret orders and perpetual vow of chastity, he or she must get dispensation by apostolic see. Consanguinity. The partners are closely related by blood, are never being married, and adoption parties are not or never ever to be married. Once you believe that you meet all the requirements as stated above, all the requirements you should contact your parish priest to discuss about your wedding. You will need to obtain permission to be married in the church. You can do this at your current parish or any other parish, but don't forget to record in the file. It's good to remember that sacramental theology teaches that the minister of the sacrament of the holy matrimony are the man and woman, and therefore any marriage contracted voluntarily between two baptized and unmarried adults is valid. Though under ordinary circumstances, the marriage must be witnessed by clergy to be sealed. Moreover, I want to remind you that we have two types of marriage celebration. Number one is celebrating matrimony within Mass, and the second is celebrating matrimony without Mass. In both celebrations, the reception of the consent took place after homily, and the nuptial blessing was done after Our Father, and the prayer of the deliverers is omitted. Here is the vestment the priest wears, and of all supplies, and a white or festive stole, and even a cup, but for dalmatic for a deacon, in order to recognize that you are ready for marriage. The church wants to see that you are taking a marriage preparation course. The course is mandatory for most marriages that occur within the Catholic Church. During the course, you will learn about balancing values, about financial, the rule of family, health, sexuality, intimacy, planning a family and parenting, communication skills, and theology of marriage. Once you have fulfilled all the important steps and requirements to get married in the Catholic Church, you can now choose the day and get married. These are all the steps and requirements that you will have to follow once you make marriage preparation and celebrate it. Thank you.